So today I'm gonna be planting this onion in the soil. We are on day 11 of growing this in water. So I started out by growing it in water first. I just chopped off the bottom of an onion and then I just sat it in water and allowed the roots to grow for several days. Now, I might have waited too long to transfer it into soil. I don't know, we'll see. But I am gonna be planting it in the soil today, and I'm gonna go ahead and see how I can regrow it. This is the container that I'm gonna use. I am gonna be planting another one in there after using it up, but with the other one, I'm not going to be growing it in water. I'm just going to, so this is the other one that I'm going to plant. So I'll probably plant this one on this end and then the other one on the other end. I don't know. But with this one, I'm not going to be growing it in the water. I'm just gonna chop off the bottom. I'm using it today, so I'm gonna be chopping off the bottom and then just allowing the allowing it to dry up for a day or two to prevent it from rotting once you get it in the ground. So you want to make sure that it dries up for a couple of days, and then once it's dried, then it's ready to be planted. But today, this is what we are going to be planting. So to begin, I did fill up this container with soil. It is regular soil, it's regular potting soil. And then what you do is, I probably should wear a glove for this, but that's okay. So what you do is you just, figure out where you're gonna plant it. I guess we can plant it over here. So just make a little hole and then just plant it in. Maybe I can, and I'm trying to do this for you all while I'm recording at the same time, so it's can get pretty hard. Okay, so just make a little hole and then plant it. Now you can also plant this directly in the garden, like underground, but this is perfect. This method is perfect if you have a small space like I do. Just get yourself a cheap container. I got this container from, I got it from Goodwill for $1. Make some holes on the bottom of it, and then, yeah, you can grow yourself some onions. So once you're done potting it, and you want to make sure you leave the shoots up. Don't be planting the whole thing. Make sure the green part sticks up. But once you are done potting it, then you want to water the soil lightly. So I read that you just water the soil lightly. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let it drink up the water. Because with onions, I learned that if you are growing onions, they do love, like the soil has to be semi-wet, not drenched, but you want to make sure that you give it a good watering every few days, and then they love plenty of sunlight. So put it in an area where it's gonna get a lot of sunlight. In just a few days, you should start, like if for the other onion that I'm gonna plant, again, I'm not allowing the other onion to, I'm not gonna put it in water. I'm just gonna allow it to dry. I'm gonna allow, once I cut it, I'm gonna allow it to dry before I plant it underground. But once you plant it underground, you should start seeing shoots forming up in a few days. Now, once the shoots are tall enough and strong, like this one, You can either harvest them as green onions, so you can use these as green onions, or you can let the bulbs continue to grow underground. And if you're patient, you should eventually grow a whole new onion from this little scrap. I've never grown an onion before. I'm new to gardening, so we're gonna see what happens with this. I'm gonna keep you all posted once the bulbs are fully grown. But yeah, I learned that once the bulbs are fully grown, you're gonna need to take it out of the soil, separate them, and then plant individual bulbs, I guess. So you can have more than one onion from this kitchen scrap. I don't know how it's gonna look, y'all. I'm new, so I hope you guys are able to follow my directions. Yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Can't wait to see what happens with this. I am gonna be repotting. I'm gonna be potting the other one. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with this one. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and check out my previous video, and I will see you in the next one.